Good morning, students. So today we're going to learn about menstrual cycle. So menstrual cycle is a cycle which consists of 28 to 30 days. It requires four hormones. First hormone is the follicle stimulating hormone, also called the FSH. Second is the luteinizing hormone called the LH. Third is estrogen, and fourth is progesterone. Now the process starts with something called as the development of follicle. Follicle are the cells which are present in the ovaries, and one of the or multiple follicles starts developing due to the effect of the hormone FSH. Among that, one follicle starts developing more and starts secreting a hormone called as the estrogen. Because estrogen is now secreted, the endometrium, which is the inner lining of the uterus, starts developing due to the effect of that estrogen. After that, the follicle is now completely developed, and now oocyte, which is present in the follicle, is released. The process where oocyte is released from the ovary is called as ovulation. Every month, a single oocyte is released from either of the ovary. After that, the remaining tissue of the follicle becomes something called as the corpus luteum, and the corpus luteum starts secreting the hormone called the progesterone. Because of the secretion of progesterone, there is increase in the thickness of the endometrium. Please remember, students, endometrium is the inner lining of the uterus. Now, due to effect of first estrogen and second progesterone, the endometrium lining started thickening further. Once the endometrium is thickened enough, it is now ready for implantation. After this, now there are two conditions. First is fertilization and second is no fertilization. Imagine if fertilization takes place. What is fertilization, students? When oocytes or ovum or egg fertilized by sperm is formed, it gives rise to the first cell of the organism called zygote, and this process is called as fertilization. If zygote is formed, it will further divide to form the embryo. Embryo further forms the placenta, and then after 9 months a human baby is formed. But this is not always the case. Sometimes the fertilization does not take place, and when there's no fertilization taking place, the corpus luteum, which was formed from the remaining tissue, is now going to become inactive. This corpus luteum further forms a white scar called the corpus albicans. Now, as corpus albicans is formed, the progesterone secretion stops, and therefore endometrium, which was now thickened for implantation, degenerates. As the endometrium degenerates, the inner lining of the uterus as well as the oocyte is now going to be discarded from the body, which we call it as menstruation, which occurs for approximately 5 days. So this completes the entire menstrual cycle for 10th standard SSC board. I hope this was helpful. If you really liked it, do share it with your friends. Do write this down in your notebook. Please remember it in a flowchart manner, and it will definitely be helpful for your exam. Thank you.